So right in the beginning of the lesson, Ashok takes us into the makeup room or makeup department of this particular Gemini Studios, and he talks of two important things. One is fiery misery, fiery misery, fiery misery. And the second important thing is that this particular makeup room was a perfect example of national integration. Integration. At a time when national integration was a very sensitive issue in Indian history. It was strongly felt how national integration would help India to progress. At that juncture, Gemini Studios happened to offer, just by pure chance, a perfect example of national integration. So, in the makeup department, the makeup room that Ashok takes us, he describes the makeup room, which was wherein the walls were lined with a number of mirrors, and the incandescent bulbs. The walls first of all, you must understand, the walls were lined up with mirrors, and the room was lit by the help of incandescent bulbs. Incandescent bulbs, which generate a lot of heat. Together with light. So the artists would be made to sit down in front of these large mirrors with incandescent light, with incandescent bulbs throwing their light on their faces. The result was that these artists who would be made to sit for getting their faces made up would be subject to an extreme discomfort owing to heat, intense heat. That is what fiery misery is. So fiery misery is extreme discomfort that the artists would undergo sitting in front of these large mirrors with light focused on their faces. And these incandescent bulbs, which were the source of light then, generated a lot of heat. And it then moves on to tell us about how this particular makeup room was a perfect example of national integration at a time when government of India was pressing for this, or this particular practice of national integration was urgently required in India. He tells how people from different parts of India, far and wide, from different parts of India, had come there to seek work, and therefore it was a perfect example of national integration. In this particular section of makeup room, he talks of the strict hierarchy that was followed. Hierarchy that was followed. So this makeup room also had, as of this hierarchy, an office boy. And this office boy, job of this office boy was to, the task that was assigned to this office boy was to do the makeup of the crowd in the event of a crowd scene being a part of a movie being filmed in the Gemini studios. So the office boy, Ashoka Mitran humorously talks of how the office boy would dip his hand in a utensil full of colors, that is the makeup material, and would slap them on the faces of the makeup artists. So this was the task that was assigned to the office boy. In the paragraphs that follow, the office boy, we are told, is a talented person. That is what he boasts of. He gives the author to understand that he is quite talented, and that his talent is going waste in a place which is fit for perverts and barbers. How his talent was going waste in the land, in a place which was fit for perverts and barbers. And he would often, that is, the office boy would often would discuss this with Ashoka Mitran.